Study me then, you who shall lovers be, for I am every dead thing. Welcome to A-Level Ahead, video seminars exploring poetry texts aimed at A-level students and teachers. This video excerpt explores John Donne's A Nocturnal upon St. Lucy's Day, being the shortest day. Each video integrates 4 key pillars to ensure you understand and can apply your knowledge to discussions and essays. For more details on these, please see the video on the website. Now let's get on with the poem. We begin with an overview. In this poem, Donne selects the setting of the feast of St. Lucy the S on the 12th of December, also the winter solstice. This enables Donne to use the image of the earth at its darkest, most wintry point in the year, in order to make a comparison with his loss and his sense of emptiness. He chooses to write a nocturnal, echoing the musical composition genre of the nocturne, which similarly suggests nighttime. Donne uses a regular rhythm and rhyme pattern in each stanza, perhaps reflecting his sorrow as an established state for him. However, the irregular length of line within each stanza enables him to show the life energy squeezing out of the world and of himself in the shorter lines, as well as extending the impact of the sorrow in the longer lines at the start and the end of each stanza. In essence, Donne invites lovers to study him as the perfect essence of grief over losing a loved partner, implying his love was of the purest form as well. He describes his emptiness through a series of images and arguments, reveals the source of his emptiness, the death of his wife, and more, and uses the date of St. Lucy's as an apt festival to prepare for the time when he will be reunited at his death. Stanza 1 describes the earth as having lost all its sap in the darkness of the shortest day. This is done to enable him to compare the earth and the loss of its life force to himself as a bereaved lover. By comparison, they are cheerful and laughing. In stanza 2, Donne describes his existence using alchemic imagery, implying that he is the perfection of nothingness. He implores lovers who are celebrating love and life next spring to use him as a point of comparison. In stanza 3, he continues this sense of comparison, implying all positive things in life are drawn from all that is good, whereas Donne is a grave. He then reflects on the time when he shed tears with his lover, recalling times of absences when they grieved their separation and appeared as empty vessels. Then, in stanza 4, he reveals that her death created that ultimate emptiness, a contrast to the lover's experiences described in previous stanza. He compares himself to the lesser forms of life, stones, plants, etc., and implies that these have a greater experience of life. He compares himself to a shadow, a symbol of emptiness, but implies he has no body from which to cast a shadow, so is a more extraordinary form of nothingness. In the final stanza, Donne returns to reflecting on the loss of his lover, my son, and invites other lovers to enjoy their year to come as the sun returns for longer each day after the winter solstice. For him, however, he will remain in the darkness, which he will use as a preparation, a vigil, until he can be with his lover again at death. Stanza 1. Donne creates a sense of the darkness of the earth, using contrasting light and dark imagery. The metaphor of time is used in midnight, suggesting it is the time of darkness and the end point of the day and year. He uses references to light, but implies each light source is diminished and ineffectual. The symbolic association of Lucy with light, through the Latin lux and lucis meaning light, is paradoxically linked with an absence of light. She is patron saint of the blind and is celebrated on the shortest day of the year. Donne describes the daylight lasting scarce 7 hours. The sibilance, which runs across the opening 5 lines, giving a soft fleeting sound which echoes the lack of light. The choice of the verb unmasks suggests that things remain hidden, and the negative prefix un implies destructive rather than creative forces. In addition, the sun's rays are compared to flasks that send forth light squibs. This is a military image suggesting brief flashes of light from a musket rather than continuous light. Even these are squibs, associated with small brief fireworks, and for the modern reader, aptly linked to the phrase damp squib, which connotes something ineffectual or underwhelming. Donne personifies the earth to show how the sap or balm has been drunk. This provides a large-scale image to show the depth of Donne's sorrow. The use of rhyme in sunk, drunk, and shrunk reiterates this sense of withdrawal, and the harsh K sound gives a sense of abrupt ending. Finally, the poet uses tripling to reinforce the empty shell that the earth feels to him on this day. Life is shrunk, dead and interred. This overwhelming folding of negative imagery is then contrasted with Donne's sorrow and personified as laughing when compared to the poet's grief. He aptly uses the metaphor of him being their epitaph, a written piece to summarize a life at death. For the full analysis, to explore potential essay themes, and for detailed activities to embed your learning, become a member of A Level Ahead. Visit the website www.andyhurleyahead.com. These activities could be used by teachers or lecturers to set tasks in lessons or tutorials. They can also operate for independent study, ideal for home educators, home learning, revision, prep work, or to support absent colleagues. Some activities can apply to many of the poems in the range of seminars, offering portability. Others are more specific to the individual poem, giving students a more focused learning journey. We hope that this video has been helpful in giving you a flavor of the opportunities available on the website to support your studies of this poem. Thank you for listening and best wishes.